वेलकम टू OPSC OS A to Z। आज आम प्रीवियस वीडियो रे 2022 UPSC प्रीलिम्स क्वेश्चन पेपर क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 जाए डिस्कस कर सारे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट it from question number 11. Consider the following statement. Pursuant of the report of H.N. Sanyal Committee, the Contempt of Courts Act 1971 was passed. Let's assume आम यहाँ जाने कौन आर आंसर एत डिटेल्स भी कहीं पढ़ती। द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया empowers the Supreme Court and High Court to punish for contempt of themselves. Yes, this is correct. Statement 2 correct है। The Constitution of India defines civil contempt and criminal contempt. No, this is incorrect. Constitution कोर्ट भी मेंशन नहीं एटा सिविल आउ एटा क्रिमिनल कंटेम्प्ट बोली। नेक्स्ट point 4. In India, the parliament is vested with the powers to make laws of contempt of court. Yes, this is correct. Under कंटेम्प्ट ऑफ कोर्ट एक्ट 1971 तो 2-4 करेक्ट हो गला। तो देखिए आम ये एलिमिनेशन ट्रिक काम करछि कि नहीं। 2-4 जेहेतु करेक्ट अच्छी तो ऑटोमेटिकली देखो 3टा इनकरेक्ट हो गला। सी और डी ये एलिमिनेट करदे। तो ए आउ बी भितर ऑटोमेटिकली 2-4 जो अच्छी ऑप्शन बी रे ऑटोमेटिकली 1टा करेक्ट हो जाए। तो ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट। यूपीएससी रे गोटे ब्यूटी एटा कि इट विल गिव यू ए हिंट, हिडन हिंट, यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट दैट। तो हाँ 2023 रे एटा टिके व्यतिक्रम देखा जाइतला किंतु बिफोर दैट जिते भी क्वेश्चन पेपर देखिए यू कैन एलिमिनेट इजिली यदि भी पूरा स्टेटमेंट आपको जाना नहीं। कमिंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 विथ रेफरेंस टू India, consider the following statement. Government law officers and the legal firms are recognized as advocate, but the corporate lawyers and the patent attorney are excluded from the recognition as advocate. देखु एडवोकेट आ लॉयर भितर आम डिफरेन्सटा निहाती जाना दरकार। लॉयर जो मैंने से माने हेले एनी ग्रेजुएट फ्रॉम लॉ हैविंग LLB डिग्री इज लॉयर, बट एडवोकेट को प्रॉपर रिकग्नाइजेशन दरकार फ्रॉम बार काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया टू बी ए लॉयर। सो ये जो रैंडम जिनस देती गवर्नमेंट लॉ ऑफिसर्स एंड लीगल firms are considered as advocate, but the corporate lawyers and the patent attorney are excluded from recognized advocate. तो statement 1 incorrect है गला। Coming to statement number 2, bar council have power to lay down the rules relating to the law, education and recognition of the law colleges. Yes, this is correct. So option B is the right answer here. Coming to question number 13, consider the following statement. A bill amending the constitution require a prior recommendation of the president of India. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल सबू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल प्रायर रिकग्निशन ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट दरकार नहीं, ओनली इट्स रिक्वायर फॉर मनी बिल। सो स्टेटमेंट 1 इनकरेक्ट हो गला। व्हेन ए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट बिल इज presented to the president of India, it is obligatory for the president of India to give his or her assent. Yes, this is correct. Then coming to the third, the constitutional amendment bill must be passed by both Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha by a special majority, and there is no provision for joint sitting. Yes, this is correct. Ordinary bill by joint sitting arrange karibo, but constitutional amendment bill by there is no provision of joint sitting. So option 2 and 3 correct, 1 is incorrect. So right answer is option B here. Coming to question number 14, consider the following statement. The Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks, that is cabinet minister, minister of state with independent chairs, minister of state and deputy minister. Starting to देखो एटा को इनकरेक्ट करा कथा बिकॉज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रे सेमती किसी प्रोविजन नहीं है, देयर इज नो क्लासिफिकेशन। हाँ आर्टिकल 74 and 75 tells about the council of minister, but there is no classification of ministers. Then coming to statement 2, the total number of ministers in union government including the prime minister shall be shall not exceed 15% of the total number of the member of the Lok Sabha. Yes, it's comes through a constitutional amendment act. So statement 2 is correct. The right answer here is option B is the right answer here. Coming to question number 15, which of the following is an exclusive power of the Lok Sabha to ratify the declaration of emergency? No, for declaration of emergency by both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha ro concern darkar. Then the pass to pass the motion of no confidence against the council of minister. Yes, statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct. To impeach the president of India, again two-thirds of the total members of the houses are required for the impeachment of the president process. So statement 2 is incorrect. Jehetu 2 only correct, option B is the right answer here. Coming to question number 16, with reference to the anti-defection law of India, consider the following statement. The law specifies that nominated legislature cannot join any political party within 6 months of being appointed by the house. ଏଠି nominated ମାନେ they are not elected, they are nominated. ତ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ସେଇ freedom ଅଛି within 6 months they can switch to any party. so ଏଇଟା incorrect ହେଇଗଲା ଯେହେତୁ ଏଠି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି cannot. ତ then statement 2, the law doesn't provide any time frame within which the presiding officer has to decide defection case. Yes, this is correct and it quite controversial because ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ସାରା problems create ହେଉଛି. So option 2 is the right answer here, option B. Coming to question number 17, consider the following statement. Attorney General of India and Solicitor General of India are the only officers of the government who are allowed to participate in the meetings of the Parliament of India. No, only Attorney General of India. There is no provision for the Solicitor General of India because Attorney General of India comes under the Constitution and there was no provision for Solicitor General in the Constitution. So they comes under statutory means through an amendment. So statement 1 it incorrect ହେଇଗଲା. According to the Constitution of India, Attorney General of India submits his resignation when the government which appointed him resigns. ଏଇଟା ତ sure कि Attorney General गवर्नमेंट रिजाइन कले ऑटोमेटिक अटर्नी जनरल का रेजिग्नेशन ହେଇଯାଏ କିନ୍ତୁ कन्स्टिट्यूशन सेमती किसी मेंशन नहीं. इट्स क्वाइट ऑब्वियस कि गोटे गवर्नमेंट जदि डिजल्व हो जाऊँगी अटर्नी जनरल जेहेतु इज अपॉइंटेड बाय गवर्नमेंट सो ऑटोमेटिकली अटर्नी जनरल का पदवी पड़ेगा. सो स्टेटमेंट 2 भी इनकरेक्ट बिकज कन्स्टिट्यूशन सेमती किसी मेंशन नहीं. सो 1 2 दुईटा जाक इनकरेक्ट अच्छी. सो यार करेक्ट आंसर हो नाइदर 1 nor 2. Coming to 18, with reference to the writs issued by the court in India, consider the following. Mandamus will not lie against the private organization unless it is entrusted with public duty. This is correct. Private organization upare mandamus issue हे पारिबनी. Then mandamus will not be against a company, will not lie against a company even though it may be government company. Government company मैंने बुझ पार्छन तो PSU पर mandamus लागी पारिबनी. This is totally incorrect. Then any public minded person can be a petitioner to move to the court to obtain the writ of quo warranto. Yes, this is correct. So 1 and 3 जेहेतु correct अच्छी, option C is the right answer here. Coming to question number 19, with reference to Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, consider the following statement. Private and public hospital must adopt it. सेमती किसी नहीं. All private hospitals are not bound and as it aims because it's a scheme for the underprivileged section of the societies and all underprivileged people can't afford the private bill and this is not applicable for all private hospitals. And coming to 2, it aims to achieve a universal health coverage. Every citizen of India should be part of it ultimately. No, this is also extreme statement. So जेहेतु एटा गोटे पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन पाई हेची, सो स्टेटमेंट 2 भी इनकरेक्ट एंड देयर इज सर्टेन क्राइटेरिया कि को मानकु आयुष्मान भारत स्कीम रो बेनिफिट्स मिलिबो. सो स्टेटमेंट 2 आल्सो इनकरेक्ट. इट 3 को जिबा, इट हैज सीमलेस पोर्टेबिलिटी portability across the country. This is correct. जेहेतु एटा डिजिटल कथा कहउछि, इट्स क्वाइट ऑब्वियस कि स्टेटमेंट 3 टा करेक्ट. सो ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर हियर. अगेन आयुष्मान भारत डिजिटल मिशन केबे स्टार्ट होता 2021 रे बट आयुष्मान भारत मिशन स्टार्ट होता 2018 रे and there are two kind of scheme. One is centrally sponsored scheme जोटी कि state and center both किसी फंडिंग करेंगे एंड सेंट्रल सेक्टर स्कीम जोटी टोटल फंडिंग सेंटर ऊपर डिपेंड करे. सो आयुष्मान भारत स्कीम इज ए सेंट्रल सेक्टर स्कीम. डू रिमेंबर दिस. एटा भी एग्जाम रे क्वेश्चन आसी पारे. Coming to question number 20. With reference to Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, consider the following statement. As per the rules of procedure and conduct of business of Lok Sabha, the election of Deputy Speaker shall be held on such date that the Speaker may fix. Yes, this is correct. There is a mandatory provision that the election of the candidate as Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha shall be from either the principal opposition party or ruling party. There is no such provision. Coming to statement 3, the deputy speaker has the same power as the speaker when presiding over the sitting of the house. No appeal lies against his ruling. Yes. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସ୍ପିକର ଆବସେଣ୍ଟ ରହିବେ ତାଙ୍କର ଜାଗା ଡେପୁଟି ସ୍ପିକର ନେବେ and power is same for both. Then coming to statement 4, the well established parliamentary practice regarding the appointment of deputy speaker is that the motion is moved by the speaker and only seconded by the prime minister. So statement 4 एटी incorrect है गला. So statement 4 incorrect, 2 incorrect, 1 correct and 3 correct. So 1 and 3 are only option A is the right answer. Thank you.